4 of Season 3. This is the AB Championship, which means I'm a drunken gnome, and I will be taking you through the race today. A few things to note as of last Monday in Baku. A little bit of a messy race there in Baku. 18 drivers started, 11 finished, 5 DNFs, 2 disqualifications, 7 drivers retired from that race. That puts last week's race in joint third for most retirements ever in a race with 7. Not particularly the best of things last week. A lot of messiness, a lot of words and voices said in the chat afterwards as well. Hopefully for a much cleaner race today in Bahrain. Another bad note from last week, still no points for Ferrari. Come on, Ferrari, I'm feeling this is your race today. Bahrain, nice, faster, shorter circuit here. I've got faith in you boys, Tess, David. Let's get some points on the board there. One thing to note that might make that a little bit easier for the Ferrari is Reaper is back on the control this week as well, after his win last week in Azerbaijan. Also taking drive of the day as voted for by everyone else. Reaper for last week from his drive from the back of the grid there up into the winning spot. Aided maybe by a little collision under safety car from Knack and Wouter. Hopefully no messiness today. How many have we got in the lobby here now? 11 only signed up for the race right now. Still a couple of minutes before we load into qualifying. Still a few more minutes for them to join. Podiums then from Monday for Reaper, Bestos and Kuhn. That other podium there for AlphaTauri of Kuhn is keeping AlphaTauri at the top of the constructors right now. Alfa Romeo very closely behind, and Haas as well. 7 points between the top 3 in the constructors. Kuhn currently sitting in first in the drivers, as we can see. Very good showing from Haas, Red Bull and Alfa Romeo in Baku. Both drivers for all 3 of those teams finishing in the points. Very well done for Alfa Romeo. Last 3 races, both drivers have finished in the points. They're currently second in constructors. They're going to be looking to make that a 4th race in a row, Wouter and Kronik, to get both of them in the points again. 50 seconds now to start up. Only 11 drivers here right now, so who are we missing? We've got both Renaults in here. Only one Ferrari right now. David's missing from the Ferrari. No racing point presence at all. Bestos isn't here from the Haas. Only currently one Red Bull here. Down Reaper not here yet either, neither Mercedes here. 15 seconds, 12 drivers, only 2 people going to be finishing with no points. 13 drivers, there's Reaper, he makes it in. Lucas here now, up to 15, 7 seconds left, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. David's here now as well. It's good from both the Ferraris. And off we go to Bahrain International Circuit at Sakhir in Bahrain. Race is going to be 50%. That's going to mean about 28-29 laps for us today, around a 3.3 mile, 5.4 kilometers if you prefer metric. 15 corners on this track, 3 DRS zones. Nice, good, fast track today. 4 quite nice long straight sections, 3 which have got DRS in as well, should make for some good overtaking, very good overtaking opportunities, some nice wide corners on this track as well. Also a couple of corners to watch out for, maybe turn 10 and maybe turn 12 will be the couple of places and people will probably lose it or find the tyre where it really starts to show. So, previous seasons, we've had Wouter in Season 1 setting up on pole here, and Kuhn in Season 2 setting up on pole. They're going to be looking to see if they can repeat that again. Kuhn, to be honest, Kuhn and Knack, Alpha Tories, there right now. Last 3 races, they have been on the front row. 2 of those races, and they've both been there with a front row lockout. So they're going to be looking to continue and make that 4th race in a row on the pole. We have, it looks dry right now for qualifying. Unsure what it's like for the race. Has anyone written that in the chat anywhere for me? Someone could let me know what the race weather's like in the Discord. Corey, also race will be dry as well, yes. Will be rare to maybe get wet here in Bahrain. So let's see who's coming out. Who can we trust to put in a nice, good, clean lap for us round? Let's see if T's just come out. David's out, O'Reilly's out, KRONIK's coming out right now. Where's my track info? There's my map. There's my lap data. There's my telemetry. Okay, it looks like some drivers are already opting to see what the medium tyre is like around here. KRONIK, I think he's going to be first back round across the timeline. I think we'll stick with KRONIK for our outlap on Bahrain. He's been consistent through these last 3 races, so let's get a nice clean lap. Change camera type, get it back round. Pretty much everyone coming out. Only a few drivers still in the pit right now, as of now. A lot of space on this track. That's turn 15 as we come across into DRS zone to come across the timing line and take our lap around Bahrain. Nice and wide straight as we come to the hairpin of turn 1. Come through there nice and then come take flat out through turns 2 and 3. Straight along another straight now. More DRS along here as we come to the nice big wide turn of 4. Easy overtaking opportunities there, snaking down through the S's of 5, 6 and 7. It's a hairpin now of 8, wanting to not go too close to the inside there because that curb is kind of bumpy. Now it's turn 9 and 10, this is the only real tricky bits of Bahrain. The track will fall away, late braking into there. Makes that through quite comfortably through there. On to go another straight, another DRS zone. Now turns 11 and 12. Turn 12, another one to watch out for. Flat out hard right-hander. If you take too much of that inside curve, it can send the car off. If the tyres are getting a little bit tired, they can also cause problems and spins there. Looking like a reasonably good lap here from KRONIK. Coming into the penultimate corners and back into DRS, come across the timeline. That's provisionally going to put him in first because he's the first driver around. That's a 1:26.9. That's a nice fast lap. We'll see what anyone else can do. Just for a bit of info, real life fastest lap around this track is a 1:20 in qualifying. It's a 1:27.2 by Lewis Hamilton in 2020. Let's see who else is about to come around for the laps. So it's David with a 1:27. Haas of FCST is about to come across the timing line as well. Another 1:27.4. KRONIK still looking good up there, about 1:26. This is Wouter. That's an invalid lap that he's coming round on. Reaper's an invalid lap. We've got here Kuhn out on the soft tyres. That's a purple in sector 2 on my map. So we come up to turn 15. Reasonably slow corner 15, can break quite late into that corner. Back into the DRS, and we'll time line, and that puts Kuhn up in pole 126.7. That's Luca and Lucas on a clean lap. Oh, that. Luca DNF the last 2 races in a row. Let's hope for a better race today. Let's follow him around on this lap as he's coming in to, where are we, turn 4. Back to 5, well that's a lot of inside curve, but that's pushed him wide a little bit. Not too bad there through 8. To be fair, on the downhill of 9 and 10, blind, can't see what you're doing. Camber of the track is against you, and he's off wide there. Not coming up in my lap. A lot of inside curve there, that can be dangerous. Around the outside as well. So far, 116 coming to the last bit. Well, 127.9, that moves him up above O'Reilly. Currently in 10th. Reaper still yet to put time down. Rowandemoawn and Bestos all yet to put times down. Lang put a time down this week. Lang is not asleep. Last week, I believe he was sleeping and disqualified off the grid. He's put another time now, jumping off again. David's coming back. This time very close here between everyone. It's not got time yet. It's come back out. We've got out right now. Rowan, looks like Rowan is on the fast lap. Let's see what he can do with the rest of it. He's pulling over. He's running wide there. Hasn't disqualified it. Don't take that to inside curve too much. A little bit wide on the exit. Oh, is that 30 minutes? Yep. Back to DRS spots around. That's a 146. That's not what we was expecting there. Now Reaper on his way back out of the pit. We'll catch back up to him when he's on a fast lap. Lang's still out. He's got a red lap. He's not worrying about that. He's not pushing right now. Those are in the pits. Kronik's also on that lap. Luke is coming in. We've got O'Reilly now. This looks like a rise on the first lap. Running on the mediums as well. Could be a good choice here on Bahrain, opting for the mediums, taking that longer first stint. Soft tyres can wear out very quickly along Bahrain, and you don't want too much tyre wear through that turn of turn 12. Flat out that we're just coming up to right now, running through there, flat out with bad tyre wear on the rear. You can find the rear of the car, just suddenly loses it, and you oversteer straight into the barrier on the inside. Not what we'll be wanting to see today. Very good. Riley getting nice and wide on all the entry to the curb, as much as getting wide as possibly can on all these corners. Not enough there to improve his time. I don't think that was his out lap. Still pushing. Keep on him for a minute, see what he can do here. Getting really wide on the exit 4, getting real and tight. That was nice, allowing him to get on the power quick and get that car straight. A little bit too much off throttle there, maybe. Nice through 8 there. 9, 10. Just again, nicely there on the downhill. Someone's really been practicing their track limits on here. It's in every corner as wide as possible. Maybe not want to be too wide on turn 12 there. That exit curve can slow you a bit. From 12 going into 13, down here 14. And the bend of 15. Taking a little bit of curve back to DRS zone. This could be pretty good for medium tyres. Still, that is his best time right now. Still not enough to move him up though. Still 7 minutes left of qualifying. Who else is out right now? On a fast lap. KRONIK's still there. Domestos now with a 125.9. That is going to be a hard time to beat. KRONIK here on a fast lap. What's he running at the minute? Don't think he's going to do it. Kuhn moving up that slightly again. Doesn't look like at the minute. Still 6 minutes to go. Doesn't look like the AlphaBetory boys. Les Kuhn and that's going to pull something out. Might be having to give up that pole position now for a race. Tess and the Ferrari looking very strong there. Fifth. I said this would be a race for the Ferraris. Well done, guys. Tess out on a fast up now. Let's see this Ferrari and see where it goes. It's coming down to the S's of 5, 6 and 7. That inside curb, taking the curb, that was nice. Fast through there, braking in time for 8. A little bit of the exit curb. A little bit of locking up there going on through 9 and 10. Very steep with that downhill slope. Trying to late brake into there, braking very hard. Really lock up and start sliding. Nice and wide into 11. Back onto the power now, taking the late apex for 12. Pulling it straight through. Nice, no easing off. That's a fast, that's purple in sector 2. Let's go, Tess. Let's go. Get off that exit curb. That's going to slow you. That's invalid now. That's a shame. Wouldn't have been enough to move up any further. Still slightly better than the previous time though, with 126.7. There we go from Knack. Just caught him putting in 125.6. That's AlphaBetory back on pole. That's a good 3/10 quicker than Domestos. That's what we expect from Knack. Now if you can just avoid spinning in the race. They could be looking set to do well again. Reaper and Bestos still down here without times. Rowan apparently still unable to beat that 146 at the minute. Is Bestos out on a fast lap? Let's stay with Bestos. I think he's on a fast lap. Bestos in P2 on Azerbaijan. I'd say my driver of the day for last week on Azerbaijan. I voted for Bestos. I thought he put in a very good run. I believe he took a bit of damage and stuff at the start, and then managed to slowly work his way back on up through, making the best of the safety cars. The 3 safety cars and a virtual, or 2 safety cars and 2 virtuals, 4 safety car periods anyway. Also being able to make the best of it, and then making the best of Wouter and Max. Collision under one of the safety cars and managing to get himself into 2nd place last week. That's a bit wide on 12. That's a shame. Again, purple on sector 2 there, and very easy while powering through that turn of turn 12. Drivers not wanting to get too much of that inside curb, knowing how slippery it can be, and just end up running a little bit wide on the exit. He's going back in. He's going to come back in for a tyre change and probably try and see if he can get back out again quickly. Reaper still in the pit. Hasn't got a time yet down on his medium tyres. FCST, Luca and O'Reilly all up to start the mediums. Everyone else on the softs. We've got Wouter, Kuhn, David all coming back out for the last few minutes right now. The track's nice and rubbered in. That's Domestos back out right now, wanting his pole position back from Knack. Let's follow on and see what he's doing through 9 and 10. That was smooth through there. Go to turn 11, turn 12. He doesn't run wide. Nice, that was nice. That's purple on sector 2. Just the right amount of curb on the exit of 13 there. That was lovely. This could be a good time. Getting as wide as possible there before coming in, taking both the curbs. Stand away from the curb on the exit to get down that power as quick as possible with the DRS zone. Still a 125.9 again. Still looking for those 3/10s. Keep pushing on this lap. Wooter's on that lap. He's trying to move up. Wooter and Chronic. Alpha Romeo boys there on the second row together in third and fourth currently. He's is one McLaren in the race today, coming on out lap. We'll get back around with him on that fast lap. Captain O'Reilly's moved the soft now and just managed to move up into 8th. Let's come back up there. What's Domestos running on now? I think that looks like he's still pushing. I think I see a yellow Renault stop by the side there. What has happened? I think that's Rowan. He's retired. And that's the end of qualifying for Domestos. That's the turn 12 we're talking about. Very easy to just turn in flat out, and very easy to lose the back. And as we sit there, we see Bestos come across the front of our screen in the distance. Obviously done exactly the same, pushing very hard on that turn and spun out. That was fun to see. Lang also having retired, currently in 6th right now. Reaper on his out lap, he's gone past just in time for another fast lap. Let's see what he can do right now. He hasn't currently got time. He is back on the control pad. That's nice through 1, flat out through 2 and 3. Don't always want to take too much of that exit curb there. In the DRS zone, coming up to 4, getting wide and taking the inside as well. That was nice. A little bit sliding there, maybe, but that's still through there quickly. Is that an Alfa Romeo I see way off the track on my map? I'm coming down to 9 and 10 now. Turning in hard, braking very late. A bit of a lock up there on the inside. Still looking reasonably quick through there though, even with that little bit of lock up. Would have hampered maybe a straight line speed and getting off the gas as quickly as he would have wanted to though. Getting wide before coming in, very close on that inside curb. There we see a little wiggle there, correcting it to make sure it doesn't slide out. He's got purple, he's got the fastest sector 2 at the minute. Just got to keep it in for the last 2 corners and we'll see what he's got. Nice and wide, ran a lot of that inside curb, that's lost a tenth or so there, running a lot of outside exit as well. 126.2, that puts him up into 6th. Luca as well jumped above his teammate Lang here, they're now in 7th and 8th. Bestos now managing to get his lap in finally at the end there, he's up in 7th. Who else is anyone still out? Oh, O'Reilly is still out. That is the end of qualifying at Bahrain. So we have qualifying today on Bahrain, Nak and Domestos on the front row of the grid. No one able to dethrone AlphaTauri from that pole position at the minute. Nak and Domestos on the first row, second row Router and Kronik, third row Kuhn and Reaper, 7th and 8th Bestos and Test, 9th and 10th Luca Lang, 11th, 12th Xz and Captain O'Reilly, 13th, 14th David FCST and Rowan in 15th. Only one tyre on the medium today. FCST, only driver on the medium right now. That could work in his favour. Not going to be getting loads of laps out of these soft tyres through Bahrain. That turn 12 and turn 10, very hard on the tyre wear as you're coming down through them. Especially if you're locking up through turn 10 and sliding. As we load in for our race, hopefully nothing too dramatic in the hairpin of turn 1, and we can avoid a first lap safety car. Only 15 drivers, was that 15 drivers in the race today? A lot of opportunity there. 4 points. Previous winners here, Season 1, Domestos, and Season 2, Reaper, Domestos. Obviously on the front row of the grid, looking very strong here again. Tenta Kuhn also making appearances on the podium previously. That's the lights on. And that's the lights off. As we're going to come up to the first corner right now. And I think that looked all pretty safe. Everyone's made it through there and up through second and third. I haven't seen any damage, any wings flying. That was nice. So there we go. This is touch rates right now. Everyone on the soft be looking to pit between 7 and 9. So maybe expect these guys to maybe take up to 10 or 11, to be honest. Probably. Exit's got in front of David. David's dropped down a few positions there to 11th. That's the only real change right now. Everyone else is pretty much holding position. We'll really be looking to make moves. I'm done right there. Let's get my telemetry up properly, because I can't tell what's going on. There's the Rowan making moves, getting up past Xz. It's good to see from Rowan right now. Everyone all still nice and close to each other. Luca and Lang dropping down towards the back there. I'm not sure what's happened between there and those two on the start. Bit of a gap from them. Hopefully they can race up and get further forward and catch everyone back up. Should be able to along here. So Rowan once again swap positions, and McLaren and the Renault battling it out here. David looking to make moves on Rowan as well there, getting right behind him. The other Renault going a bit wide, so Riley going wide and exit that corner. There's my tyre info. Movement up the front there between Kuhn and Kronik. Kuhn trying to work his way further forward. Nak looking to be comfortable there right now, just leading this pack along. Captain O'Reilly and FCST seem to drop off the back of the group a little bit there. Robert Williams of Luca and Lang still trying to chase up. Unsure what happened on those, why both of those dropped down so much. Let's get back to this a little bit, just away from the leaders here. Everyone's still so close. Everyone looking for those little opportunities as we're going to follow along with Kuhn. Rowan already picking up a penalty right now as we're coming through turn 12 here with Kuhn. Router in sight. How many seconds I'm assuming that is probably just 3-second penalty for Rowan. That'll be 3-second penalty. Track limitations, probably just running a bit wide. atmosphere. Fewer drivers opting then to start on the medium tyre. Rowan, David, FCST. Rowan a little bit squirrely there, trying to get the power too much out of turn 1 before coming into 2. 4 drivers then there opted to start on the medium tyre. See how that works out for them. Race. Kronik running wide there on 10, trying to break in there late. Catch it up to Kuhn. Burning the DRS there as well. Jesus, man. You've got 26 more laps to go. Trying to keep that main pack. DRS is about to get activated. He knows it does. That's why he's also going for it there. Doesn't want to lose them. Wouter is coming off that third lap. Wouter going to be out of DRS range now on Domestos. Domestos still in range of Lang. There's Kuhn, the DRS on Wouter now. Everything open. Kenny beaming for hairpin. He's just going to sit behind and take a cruise. Domestos making moves on Lang there now, up into first. Lang's right on the inside of him now. Burn down. Nack's now got the DRS. Getting back past Domestos. Late braking, making sure he takes the corner. Where's Domestos there on the other side of him? Domestos backs out of that, sits in behind. Knowing that he's going to get the DRS again in a second before turns 11 and 12. Wouter still defending from Kronik there behind. Not Kronik, Kuhn, I mean. Kronik's his teammate. Kronik very much right behind Kuhn there right now. With the DRS train going for these next 4 drivers. Being led from Wouter, Reaper. Working his way up, getting past Tess. Chasing down Bestos. There's Bestos. That's that inside curve of turn 12 we said was very slippery. There we see it firsthand from Reaper's view. That's another position. Easy overtake there for Reaper. Unlucky Bestos. I hope you haven't taken damage. I think you might have made it out of there unscathed. I can't see at the minute as we catch David trying to take it past Rowan on the inside there. Rowan not wanting to give the space up. David with the DRS there though, because he passed the timeline behind. Rowan got in front of him before the DRS zone. This Rowan's turn with the DRS now. David pulls in for that turn 2 and 3 tightly. Rowan narrowly missing. David skirting over. Curbing there, a little bit of sliding going on. Keep chasing him down, Rowan. Wide on the exit there of 7. That's fine through 8 though. Trying to get on the power, a little bit too eager there on the power. Nice and slow through 9 and 10. Back on the power. Just out of DRS range now from David though. Still by drivers getting very heavy on the ERS through the early part of this race. Some still a reasonable amount. Some definitely burning through it. Lang and Luca being able to make Rowan, there we go, spinning out. That's that turn 12. Again, I see a lot of drivers getting caught out there today. Out these stabler setups. Lang, that's going to help out Lang. Lang and Luca moving up from the bottom now. Lang now in 11th. Was in 15th earlier. FCST using that DRS zone to get past Xz here. Ooh, slight little tap from Xz there, coming to corner this now. Xz's break DRS zone. Can he beat FCST into turn 4? FCST takes the inside to protect that. Sorry, we drink there. David, penalties, 3-second multiple warnings, that's track limits. It's not what we want to see, Ferrari. Not what we want to see, this is your points race, Ferrari. No penalties, no penalties. DRS now have to make these FCST a bit too far away to make anything happen out of that, though. God, so who's is? Stops to the Bestos, O'Reilly and Rowan, all having to have stopped already, taking damage. Bestos and Rowan, we saw both of them on the turn 12. Didn't see what happened to O'Reilly. I guess quite a large possibility here on Bahrain, it was probably the same corner. And yeah, David, Luca and Rowan all currently with penalties. David with 6 seconds of penalties. Now, definitely not what we want with Ferrari. It's up to you, Tess. It's up to you. Get those points. And just as I say that, what happened to the Tess? They're dropping down positions there. From 7th down to Tess, got down. I should just stop mentioning Ferrari at this stage. Locking up hard there is coming into 9. Managing to keep it in track limits though, not picking out the penalty. Locking up again a bit there into the start on 11. Even well away from that inside curve, taking the outside one. Even through 13. Yellow flag in sector 2. That's O'Reilly off. That's the snaking section of 5, 6 and 7. Very easy, trying to get as fast as you can, throwing the car from side to side, pretty much full lock on a couple of those corners. Again, very easy for the back end just to get lost and go flying off the track. Is he pulling over? I think O'Reilly might have just retired. He's pulling over. I think he's had enough of that. Oh, sorry to see you go, O'Reilly. Well done. Thank you for playing. Please come again. As we follow back with our race leader, Nak Domestos, still in that DRS zone. Nak unable to shake him off after 8 laps so far. This could be a good battle between these two drivers. Nak looking super comfortable with that ERS tank there right now. Domestos pushing to keep it with him. Very close to that inside curve. That was a lovely line to be just caught through 12 and 13 there. That was beautiful, Mac. That's why you're in first place right now. Messed us there, though. Right behind, pushing, getting the DRS each time. Is it enough? Can he beat him back into that corner? Don't know if he'd really want past him at this stage, to be honest. Just like sit behind him, put the pressure on, keep taking the DRS and wait for him to mess up would be my tactic right now. Mac does love a spin every now and then. Lang, 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Tut. Williams, naughty boys. Rowan, 3-second penalty, multiple warnings, track limits. Everyone pushing as hard as they can. Like I said, fast track around here, around Bahrain. Very easy to run wide on some of these corners, especially when they're coming downhill, braking into the corner, trail braking off it. Nak almost getting away there through these corners. Domestos still just about in DRS zone though. We'll leave them two hit for a bit and see what else is going on down here. Wouter, 3 seconds off Domestos right now. Managed to break that DRS from Coon. He's running just over a second behind him, who's then got Reaper on his ass, running a second so behind him. 2 packs there at the front. FCST running here by his lonesome, about 3 more seconds behind Reaper. On the medium tyre, FCST up in 6th place on the medium tyre. That could be very good. All those up to lap 10 right now, and these guys still haven't pitted their softs. These tyres are going to be starting to get worn out right now. I should imagine some of them are going to potentially be coming in around now on this lap. They might push it for 11th. I don't know if we've seen anyone push it round 12 laps or not. You have to be very careful through that fast turn of 12. A lot of pressure is put on to the outside left tyres. Then we're looking at FCST is going to be running much later on those mediums. He's not going to be looking to pit in to around lap 20 or so maybe, and then stop straight and go back onto the softs. Then Rowan's on the hard tyre right now. He's also going to go into the end. Iggy's back here a little bit on those softs. Unfortunately, not been able to make those softs work out for him. That's unfortunate. Kronik's dropped back into 9th as well. One of the Kronik's already pitted off his softs at that point. Let's have a look. Our pit information. Where are we? Stops. Yep, Kronik, obviously one of the first ones there to pit in onto his mediums. We'll see how that works out. Where Nak and Domestos and that begin to pit in. Obviously everyone behind Kronik's already pitted, mainly due to damage. Well, Lang, I think that was Lang's regular pits there. That was Lang's normal pit stop. Renee Luca, Rowan took damage. And Bastos, so running slightly older mediums. There's Xz in right now on his softs. He said 10 lap is enough on them. Nak's still going. Nak's pushing that 11th lap out of the softs. Like I said, Domestic's in, Coon's in, Reaper's in. They're all going to hard tyres. They don't want to try and take the medium to the end. Nak's pushing this other lap out of his softs. I think he's probably Nak and Wouter taking this other lap on their softs. They're probably going to then try and push the mediums out of this. That's 15 laps, that'll be 2 laps. That's going to be like 17, 18 laps on the mediums. I think that would be possible. Again, it's going to still be touch and go on that turn 12. Let's see what they do when they come in. So we go Domestos in position 2. He's now out of the pit lane on the hard tyres. Going to be pushing as hard as he can now on his out lap. Try and see if he made a difference. Pitting in before Nak. Nak still hasn't made it round on those softs. Watching the mini-map, I think he is coming in now. Yes, that's Roots going around the corner there. He should be coming in now as well. That gives the lead of the race over to FCST. That's our first pit stop. I'm going to have some beer. Kronik's earlier stop onto those mediums has worked out in his favour right now. Everyone else not going on to hards. Gonna be tight if Kronik makes these mediums last until the end of the race or not. 3 laps in, put them in on lap 9. I don't know if that's a little earlier for a 1 stop onto medium change. I'm thinking it's more around lap 11 what Nak and Wouter did. It could be wrong. He could be very good at managing his tyres, but I think if he tries to take these mediums to the end, I think we're going to get a blowout or a very unfortunate spin coming through 12. Dave and FCST looking potentially pretty strong here on these medium tyres. They've done 11 laps in turn right now. I don't know if it's going to take them all the way up to around that 18, 19 lap point and then switch repair softs. He's got his strategy on, set to go to hards. Probably will get a little bit too worn. Knight making moves. David's just gone to pit. David taking off his mediums now to go to hards. Going on the back here, action now between Lang riding right into Tess's ass. Both on the medium tyre, pretty equal medium tyre here. Tess getting some lockups as we're seeing through these things. Lang gonna be hopefully in DRS range. Get on here. Tess locking up hard through there, and that's giving Lang a good advantage. Lang a little bit eager there with Tessa's lock up to get on the gas. That's made him twitchy on the exit. He's still got the DRS, but obviously that's lost his advantage and ability to get past Tess. He's going to be upset with that. Tess we see running wide there on the exit of 12. Locking up again slightly. Lang managing to close the gap. Burning that ERS. Man loves burning it, Jesus. On here, FCST finally pitting in off the mediums. And these drivers going on to the hard tyre, doing a much safer medium to hard or soft to hard option. Oh, what's going on there then? FCST Lang right now behind FCST. Yeah, we got the DRS from him. He's come out between Tess and Lang. Lang really trying to get on the inside there. Clipping the side of FCST as he turned in hard. That was really anyone's fault there. More than instant. Lang kind of pulling in hard to the inside of FCST's also going there. I wouldn't really say maybe Lang probably shouldn't have tried putting his nose there, maybe. Just the turn angles those two was taking. That's dropped him back down. That would have caused a bit of wear and scrubbing his tyres. And there's Chronic right behind Lang, right behind Langnack. Right now, Goon and Reaper, a bit of action going on here. As we're coming through the hairpin, switching back outside, becomes the inside. Reaper now with the DRS on Kuhn, not able to make any moves through there. It takes him much tighter on the inside. Kuhn going a bit wide. That's that Reaper close that gap even more. Keep tight behind him. Nice and close behind him there through 8. Through 9 and 10. Reaper going to be all over that DRS on the exit. It's very smooth through 9 and 10 there. Kuhn got away very quick from there. Reaper with the ERS advantage right now. A little bit squirrely there coming up. Very tight that inside corner. Luca picking up another penalty there of 3 seconds. That's on my screen. Chronic now in between the Mestos. and Knack. Kronik having already pitted. I think he's on the medium time. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think he might have pitted too early to be able to take that medium to the end. I do think Knack and Wouter also would have been probably a bit safer going off a medium tyre. It is possible. I don't know what their setup's like, but it is possible to take a soft medium to the end on Bahrain. Can be touch and go with almost a 12, depends on the aero setup. Reaper past Koon, now hunting down Wouter next target. Koon still very much behind. He's going to get the DRS here. Let's see now, as we're on lap 16, who now has the fastest lap through here? Fastest lap is to Wouter, who has a 1:30.093. That's a very good time around here. Real life fastest lap around Bahrain International Circuit is a 1:31.447. So you smashed that. That was set by Pedro de la Rosa in 2005. Fuck you, says Wouter. I'm doing a 1:30. Very much late braking into that hairpin there, trying to catch back up to Reaper here. Getting the fuel symbol flashing up here now as well. He's burning it hard on the bridge. Wants his position back. And there's a virtual safety car. What has happened there? I haven't seen anyone change positions. Why have we got a virtual safety car? I'm unsure as to what is caused that. I don't think some drivers will mind too much, so we'll just switch the engines down to a leaner mode, save a bit of fuel right now for a few seconds. Trying to make the most of it, slowing down, trying to keep as close to Knack as possible. Seeding down from what coming through that corner, braking hard. It's appears to be quite a long virtual safety car, and we're racing again. We're good to go. Kronik and Mestos just sitting out DRS. He did get the DRS on him. Kronik with a lower downforce setup here from Mestos, pulling away from him along the straight, I think. Mestos pushing all the DRS to keep up with these guys here. Knack looking so comfortable here in first. 11 laps to go of the race now. So much ERS. Plenty there to defend with. Kronik tyres still going to be looking okay still, but another 3 laps or so, they're still going to be right off. About another 3 or 4 laps or so, you're going to start to really notice that tyre wear on these mediums. Then we might be able to see Mestos make a move past Kronik, take that second place. But I think Kronik should, if he's careful, he should be able to take this tyre to the end. He should be able to hopefully maintain at least that 3rd position as well. Wouter and Reaper a good 4 to 5 seconds behind this little lead group here. Reaper just out of DRS on him. There's Knack and Kronik switching places, going to the hairpin together. Knack on the outside. Managed to hold on to Domestos, sneaks past Chronic there as he's forced to the inside, giving that space. Very nice from Domestos there. Going on the back here. Bestos and Tess both back in the pit lane, double stopping it. David has DNF'd and left the session there now. As we're right around with Eggies right now in McLaren. Currently trying to chase down Lang, picking up penalties there for going a bit wide. Bottom 6 drivers here all running with penalties. Let's have a look how bad they are. Lang with 8 seconds. Eggy's Bestos Tessel with 3. Luca with a 6. And Rowan with 9-second penalty. Lang going to be needing to work as hard as he can to make sure he doesn't lose too many positions from that 8-second penalty. Eggsy will definitely be jumping up in front of him at this rate. He needs to hold off Bestos. Currently about 13 to 14 seconds behind Lang, so he's got a bit of play there with these last few laps. Bestos and Tess both having made 2 stops, everyone else here on a 1 stop. Bestos, we did see a crash, so that's one of the reasons for the stop. Very interested to what Chronic is going to do here. Well, like I say, he's going to take his mediums to the end and 1 stop it on the soft to medium. Looks like we've watched Domestos and Knack in front of us get side by side before 11. They're going to go to the stay with Chronica, watching those 2 in front of us. No, Domestos goes wide, slips in behind Knack for turn 12. Doesn't want to go through it side by side. Chronic holding on here with them. Just watching, just observing, keep applying the pressure, Chronic. Wait for them to mess up. Alfa Romeo looking strong for another race. A little DRS train going on between these 3. Knack just holding out there still with all that ERS though. Must be defending the ERS on the straights and the DRS zones, just saving it at that exact point. Potentially running a lower downforce setup and being able to just maintain that distance in the front there. Reaper and Kuhn is still trying to hunt down Wouter very slowly closing the gap. Reaper just about trying to get inside. I think Reaper will just about be inside DRS zone now after 9-10. Yeah, he's got the DRS, sees the timeline, here the tires locking up slightly there. Not even DRS. Wouter there, looking fine, not trying to defend too much at the minute. I'd be trying to keep Reaper as far away from me as I possibly damn well could. That was smooth through there. Reaper just managing to get another 10th on Wouter through turn 12 and 13. Not much. Wouter putting in a very good hard race, trying himself as hard as he can to catch up to his teammate through these final 7 laps of the race. Reaper with the DRS, again Wouter being very quick on that straight line speed there. Wouter managing to get a few more tenths off his teammate. That could be close when it gets to the end there. Wouter and Chronic could be getting very close to each other on the last few laps. So what type of long tires are relatively equal there. Lang in 8th there, that 8-second penalty, still keeping Bestos at bay, not going to drop down there. FCS2 has obviously moved up in front of him. One Ferrari, so keep it going, that test, keep it going. We have a Ferrari in a points position here right now. Even if it's just one, I don't mind if it's one, I just want Ferrari to get that point. Bestos test both going very wide there. Again, locking up, both cars I see they're locking up through that 9-10. Not being able to make that DRS count for much with the lock-up coming through. Tight on the inside, hard on the power, flat out now, just turning it in. Locking up again, braking hard before coming out of 13. Careful test, careful. There's a track limits, I don't want to get them too wide. DRS again on Bestos, but right behind him for the hairpin, not enough. Let's get up there, second DRS, so now both of them not much DRS left to give or defend with here. Keep an eye on what's going on up here. Wouter now very much having caught his teammate of Kronik up. So I mean, these mediums possibly very much Kronik starting to feel that tyre wear there. Now Knack managing to pull that gap away from Domestos. Domestos putting the gap in Finko. No DRS coming between these now, but Wouter is going to get the DRS on Kronik. And he's just about safe from Reaper. The Reaper's not getting any DRS. Wouter is. He's going to pass his teammate. He's now in 1.1. That's definitely helped him chase down Domestos. Very close now. 5 laps left to go here at Bahrain. Much better race than earlier this week in Baku. It's 1.2 seconds behind Domestos now. Could catch him, could get a DRS advantage. Knack pulling now 2 seconds away from Domestos. Yellow flag in sector 3. That looks like a Renault going very slowly there. So pushing Domestos just trying to extend it out by another 10th there on the straight. Got their Reaper now getting in front of Kronik. As I said, those medium tyres gonna be feeling it now. Gonna be feeling it under the mediums. Did change earlier on, like lap 9 or so, I think it is. Like I said, if you're wanting to stop, do that one stop on soft mediums. You're gonna need to at least take their softs out the track up to about lap 11 or so. When knacking that period. Going to be feeling away. He's still got another 4 laps left to go. And if you take them a couple more laps, you'd only have 2 more laps left to go. They'd probably be a bit more safer, but damn. Kuhn, if he pushes, might be able to catch him right now. And is that Lang just put on the fastest lap down there. He's switched and gone back into some soft tyres at the end. Got fastest lap. Gonna need to chase down Eggies right now though. I don't think he's gonna get the point for it. he is in 11th position. 8 seconds between him and Eggies, and Lang's also running. Lang running about 3 second penalty now. He's worked his penalties off. He's currently 8 seconds away from Eggies, but he has a 3 second penalty as well. I've been drinking too much and can't do the math that quickly. He's going to need to be within 5 seconds of Xz. He's currently 7.8. Get that 10th. Get that extra point as well. Keep an eye on him for the last few laps. Whereas Chronic could be nursing those mediums right now. Yeah, you can see the time dropping away now on his laps. A little bit messy through there. That's going to be hurting him now. Now Coon's in DRS range. He's got the DRS range along here. Follows him through 11. See, he's getting a little bit swirly. There the tyres go. There we go. We get to watch it once again. Following Coon. There's Chronic. Has he managed to rescue it? I don't know if he's going to take him damage there or not. I hope he hasn't. Did he manage to save it in time? He's going to probably end up pitting them anyway because the tyres are so messed up. But 2 laps left though. 26 seconds between him and Bestos. He could pit and still finish in the points here. Won't be as many as he wanted. Yeah, he's going in. But I was just going to be happy with that. Reaper still trying to chase it down. Wouter getting past the Mestos there. Going up into P2 for Wouter. Reaper right behind as well. Mestos now going to be getting DRS though. Let's go back to the other cam view for a minute. I haven't used this for a while. There we go. You see them all the way, 3 of these, Reaper, Wouter and Mestos, quite close to each other right now. Lang, we see down the board there, scrapping with Chronic. Chronic probably on the exit of his pit lane. Lang's wanting that 10th position. Back into the points. Chronic's going to be on fresh softs now, and he's going to be looking to throw down a fastest lap now, probably as well, being on those fresh soft tyres. Just escaping and getting away from Lang. We're going to jump back up to our leaders here. Reaper getting the DRS. Mestos getting the DRS. Wouter going to need to defend as hell as he can. DRS open. Knack still looking so strong this DRS. Very impressed from this drive from Knack here. Barely touching any of his DRS. Everyone else burning through as much as they possibly can manage on these straights. Coon picking up some DRS from Luca, who he's coming forward to lap. Still 7 seconds though on Reaper. I don't think Coon's going to be able to make up much in this last lap or so. We'll stick with these front 3 here because anything can happen right now between Wouter, Mestos and Reaper, all running very close to the front here. Rowan back in the pit lane now up on my display. Is that Williams? I see stopped. That's Luca on that turn 12. Spinning there on soft tyres, probably hit the inside curb. I follow on with Mac and Wouter now. with this last lap. It's that Domestos pushing in with Wouter, really fighting as the inside becomes the out. Wouter manages to hold on to it. He's still in second. Domestos getting a little bit wide, then he picks up a penalty. That's going to hinder him right at the end there now. That's unfortunate. That's ruined his chances of going into P2 now with that penalty. Wouter's going to look comfortable right now. He's not going to worry if Domestos goes past in the DRS zone now, because he's still going to get that back from the penalty. Now got a Renault, I think that stopped. There's only one Renault left in the race, which is Rowan. Looks like that stopped in turn 12 again. That's unlucky from Domestos. Reaper also with penalties. Let's bring these up right now. Who's got Domestos and Reaper both with a 3-second penalty? Yeah, can Reaper make anything happen on Domestos in these last few minutes of this race? Knack, having looked very comfortable from the beginning of that race, taking the pole and just sitting at the front there, commanding that race. It's in the fault of Reaper now. Is he going to make it past Domestos on that last bit? He is. His nose in front right now. I think he's got it. He's got the third place. Domestos narrowly missing out on the podium there. Wouter working his way up into second. Knack taking the win there. Kuhn fifth. FCST in sixth. Bestos here coming in at seventh. Everyone else is a bit more spread out now. That was a good, exciting race. Is that Kronik out of fuel now as well? Xz and Lang very close to getting. They got him on the line there. I didn't know. Very close. I think they're getting to the line there. Or they're still going around on another lap. Don't know. Who did get our fastest lap? Lang still stuck with the fastest lap, and he got the 10th. That's 2 points there for Lang in 10th place. I'll be reasonably happy with that. Probably not the total result he was after. Very good drive there from Knack. I know, maybe very slightly contradictory. Started on pole and took him there for the win, but I think drive of the day for me has to go to Knack there. He put that car on pole and he very comfortably sat at the front of the race there. Had a few little scuffles with Domestos when he was chasing him. Managed to move back in front again, and he just commanded and controlled that race from the very beginning. Well done, Knack. Well done, AlphaTauri. Well done to Alfa Romeo as well. Fourth race in a row now. Both of those drivers have finished in the points. Right, there we go, there's our board. Check the race director, there we go, all three of the winners there. Soft to hard tyres, FCST on the medium to hard, got him up into 6th in the end. The incidents, lots of warnings there on everybody, and the penalties. And there we have it. That was race 4 in Bahrain of the AV Championship, and we'll be back on Monday for... Where are we on Monday? I'm trying to think. B, alphabetical stuff. Where do we go to? Let me look it up. Belgium. Going to Belgium on Monday, off to Spa. That could be a fun race. Could also be wet. That might be enjoyable. We'll be back on Monday. Goodbye.